Your Chris 6 weather forecast.
All fantastic tips there as we start off Hurricane Preparedness Week. And again, it's always a good idea to have that plan in place for you and your family and decide what you and your family are going to do in case one of these storms does decide to make its way into the coastal bend this year. Of course, the Colorado State forecast was released earlier this month, or I should say earlier last month in April, and they are predicting an above average season for us here with 19 named storms, 9 of those becoming hurricanes, and out of those 9, 4 of them forecast to become a major hurricane. Hopefully they stay far removed from us here, but again, that's always good to have that plan in place on what you and your family are going to do, and we're going to continue to bring you tips on how to keep you and your family safe as we're now 30 days out from the official start of hurricane season, which occurs on June 1st. This morning we had some showers and storms up just to the north of the coastal bend, a pretty decent line. We call that a mesocell convective system, an MCS, that kind of developed over in West Texas, made its way to our northern counties. Then it kind of got scared of the coastal bend and decided to move up to the north of us. A good chunk of that activity moving through about Three Rivers, pushing up towards Pettis and near Pawnee as well into parts of B County, but now just out near the Victoria Crossroads as we're left with just a few sprinkles out there. Overall, not too bad. We're just holding on to the cloud coverage with a little bit of some light rain. 77 degrees with an east-southeasterly wind at only 11 miles per hour. And right now temperatures are all basically holding on to the middle to upper 70s at 76 in Aransas Pass, but 80 degrees out at the Naval Air Station. Even our seawater temperature over the weekend at Bob Hall warmed up into the lower 80s at 81. Of course, near the coastline, that's where we are getting a little bit more of a breeze, even over in Alice, around 20 miles per hour. But as we take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast for the rest of the day, we're easily going to top the middle to upper 80s once again. And look at these strong, sustained south-southeasterly winds near 30 miles per hour. That's going to lead to another round of some small craft advisories that I'll show you here in just a second. But look how hot it's going to get for the inland areas, middle to low 90s across the region, low 80s to mid 80s near the coastline. So definitely drink plenty of water and stay hydrated, especially if you're going to be outdoors for a prolonged period of time. But the extra wind is going to make the base choppy to rough. The seas 5 to 9 feet and the rip current risk is going to be high for today, and small craft advisories are posted until 7 p.m. and again along all Gulf facing beaches. That's where we're going to have that high rip current risk, so you want to use caution. And again, it's always important to know the rip current safety. Even the most experienced swimmers can get caught in one of these rip currents, especially near the piers and jetties. If you happen to get caught in one, you don't want to fight the current. You want to swim parallel to the shore, and if you can't escape, you want to try to float or tread the water, and most certainly call for help if you need it. And of course, you want to stay near the lifeguards, and even if you're not an experienced swimmer, staying in knee-deep water would be some good idea, or a good idea, I should say. Early this morning for high tide for Bob Hall Pier, Port Aransas Jetty, Nueces Bay, and Packery Channel. Later on this afternoon, beach conditions not going to be great for the entire week due to those high rip current risk, and that wind just going to continue to stay part of the forecast as storm systems stay far removed from us here in the coastal bend. So that means it's just going to continue to stay windy, humid, hot, highs near 90 degrees into the mid 70s early in the morning, and as we head towards the end of the week, heat index values near 1.